Welcome back to the podcast, everyone.
It's that rattle.
I was like, you're throwing me off. All right, I'm going to start over. There's an order to this. We've been doing this for years, and you still don't get it. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm Will, and I've got my co-host over here, the Grease. Say hello, Grease.
The Grease is ready to party tonight.
Yes,
He's not dead like he was last week.
So we've had some fun over the past week since we've been live. We went live on Saturday from Whiskey Warmer. If you missed that, you didn't get a notification or you're busy watching football or something on Saturday night, like a lot of people do. You can check that out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thepodcast. If you're listening on the podcast feed,
we got flagged for it.
We did because we were behind a bar and the organizers placed us right behind, in front of the giant TV that was playing the Tennessee-Kentucky football game.
Right.
And we're in Tennessee.
Which at a whiskey event,
I mean,
those are the two biggest teams that you could have right now.
Well, also locally, those are going to be big teams because we're in Tennessee and we're close to Kentucky, but they have it going on. So we have like a decent sized crowd, but mainly it's just us annoying them because we're doing a show and they're like,
mid-show, I just turned it into a drinking game. Like if they cheered or booed, I was like, all right, I'll shoot something.
Yeah, but it was a fun event. We had a good time. That was Saturday night. You can catch the replay of the video here on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/thepodcast. If you are not subscribed to the channel, you should go ahead and do that. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching the video tonight. No.
You're killing it with Grease, bro.
No, we're doing blind tastings, and I want those to be fresh glasses.
Well, we can wash them out.
No, that's not how it works. I've got two extras. Patrick, go grab us two extra glasses.
Let's go.
Out of that box that I set over there.
Killing it, baby.
Cheers. This is some Weller 12. That's a great way to warm the palate. That's good. But you went to Four Roses with
it's like a delicate
Bob and James from BS and Bourbon, and Andy and Patrick went. So you had a fun time. How was that? Good?
It's my first time hanging with Andy Payne. That dude's...
Is he coming to Whiskey Weekend?
I'm just going to say this. James was scared of Andy's words.
What do you mean?
Andy says questionable things.
Like you and James.
Yes.
Above that. That's not
I
good.
don't know how to say it.
No. I need the glasses. It's in a little box on the
Was that
it should be on the
I
couch.
wasn't supposed to see?
No, that's not mine.
Oh, thank goodness.
It should be on the love seat. I got just two. I mean, at the end of the day, there we go. I just need two out of there. Thank you, Patrick. Patrick, once again, the man behind the camera.
He's the man.
And so what we're gonna do is we haven't done live blind tastings in a while.
We haven't done it.
And so I thought, I'm like, this morning we were talking. Do we want to talk about what do we want to talk about on the show? We try to plan out I try to plan out the content for the show, and so we decided, hey, let's do some blind tastings. I brought a what do you call this? Dry erase marker, and I'm gonna do this. Watch this. A, B, and C. I know my ABCs. Anyhow, we're gonna do it live.
New Year's DEF,
and I'll do that. D.
Just because. Two of those letters are associated with cuss words.
E and F. So we're not going to be doing the same thing.
F and D.
But we are going to reveal the bottles to those watching prior, so you know what we're tasting along with. Yeah. So should we go ahead and jump into this? We got anything else we want to cover before we
I don't think we have anything else to cover.
Okay.
Well, no.
Okay, so I'm going to pour yours first. So, Patrick, you're going to get up and do that.
Okay, so I need to
turn away and just don't look at all because I'm going to pour them while
and you're showing them you're going to show them the
bottle.
The bottle.
So I nicknamed this. I don't know if I named this flight that I'm pouring for you left field because it's very random. So if people can see this, I'm going to go to that camera. Can you switch? Does that work there? Let's see. Does that work? People can see. what we got. Yeah, so this is going to be A for Grease, everyone. So y'all remember this is A. All right. And then I'm going to move on to B. So that one was A. Now this is going to be B. 1 second. I have to maybe open it.
I love the sound effects. Okay, so this is a fresh crack, and there's a
Right. So this is going to be B
around it. Honestly, the cork sounded rather thick. A little bit thicker.
All right, B.
Okay.
And then we are going with C.
Yep. Sounds like it'd be salty.
C for salty.
Yep.
CALTY.
Chips start with the letter C, and they are salty.
All right. So A, B, and C. I hope those at home were taking notes.
Screw top on C.
And
Interesting.
There we go.
Okay, and
all right,
so
folks.
I need you to leave.
Oh, you actually need me to fully leave?
Well, I need you to go around the corner just for a second.
Oh, because you're going to pull from your stash.
And
okay,
I don't
folks.
want you to be able to see, oh, this is missing and this is not, and all this other stuff. Okay. All right.
I'll be back.
Okay. I'm going to need you to, yeah. Okay, Will. Yeah.
Those are dark. Yeah. Hey, I do want to give a quick shout out. Our buddy Nate, I think it's Weidel. He just started a YouTube channel. You should throw that. If you're watching, you should go ahead and throw the link up for people to check out.
The guy that said I was going to call you out for so many reasons, but then I'd Control Alt deleted.
Was that what he said?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I think he was raging.
Oh, I don't know. Well, he should go ahead and put it up if he's there. If not, we'll put it in Podcasters.
And Will's like, yeah, man. Keep
okay.
telling.
So everyone knows what D, E, and F are. And then you have A, B, and C. So we should probably do this at the same time, right?
I don't know.
Or do you want to go first and I'll let mine breathe?
I'm going to go first.
Okay. All right. So I'll just have fun doing commentary.
Okay. Yeah, this smells like you're being an a-hole.
In a bad way or a good way?
In a malty way.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I actually
no. We're better. We're better.
Ball.
That's the first. No, you said left field.
Left field because there wasn't a specific theme to mine.
Left field is like I'm pulling the ball. I'm right-handed.
It was like a curveball. Yeah, it's like it's not
like a hanging curve.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna hit it far.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm hoping you do. I just think mine wasn't like I didn't do like all rise at the same proof. So obviously you'll be able to tell that that's not what that was. But I don't know. I just decided I'd do something.
This has a ton of flavor and it's 80 proof.
Okay. So you think I'll probably reveal as we go, right?
Yeah.
Or should I reveal them all at the end? Thanks everyone for watching. Go ahead and subscribe.
I don't know if it's because it's less sweet and it's more like like I would say this is a high barley mash bill.
Knowing what I know about you,
Like it's
whenever you say something is malty,
it's 8% plus.
Whenever you
mash
say
bill.
something is malty,
It's young.
it's just young. And I will give that as you're not wrong. This is going to be younger whiskey than
it's young and it's 80 proof.
Okay.
100% it's 80 proof.
100%.
I mean, unless it's like 82 and a half.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. All right. So moving on to B.
This is way darker.
Way darker.
This is talk about left field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which way is left field?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean? Like, oh, your seats are in left field.
Left field is like from the batter's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like right field is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's confusing when you're coming in as a ticket holder and you come into the stadium.
It's not.
And they say go to left field. Well, you just came in at center field.
Nope.
So you're like, I'm going to go left. Ends up being right field.
Cool.
It's like stage left, stage right situation.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other version of that?
Center stage.
No. Like, you know, when you say stage left or stage right, like, what do you say it from the other perspective? It's just left.
Yeah, left and right. Right. Correct.
Oh,
correct.
Yeah.
This
is all confusing.
Nah. Not if you're a showman or a thespian. International Thespian Society lifetime member. Woo, woo.
This is weird. This is weird.
Left field. Malty.
No,
not malty.
This feels rummy.
Rummy.
Yeah.
Like rum finished.
I don't know.
Is it sweet? Is that what you're saying? Or is it funky? Like Jamaican rum or like Cuban rum, Venezuelan rum? What kind of rum we talking? It's funky.
It's funky.
It's like Jamaican rum.
It could be a rum.
That could be a funky rum.
Yes.
High or low proof? Like what are we laying it on there? Because you said 80 from the other one. Yeah.
I'd say this is 90, 95 at the most.
90 to 95 proof at the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's got a late burn, but not on the palate.
I meant to actually.
It could be 100. It could 90 to 100 is what I would say. 90 to 100.
Okay.
All right. C. This looks like pee. Like this looks like.
If your pee looks like that,
that's a normal hydrated human.
You need a couple more glasses of water.
Well, I think that's a normal situation. That's why I've got the big tall boy.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you think on the nose?
Right.
Anything interesting?
You know, my nose is terrible.
I don't think so. Put B back up there.
I smoked too many cigs in college. I can't.
And on Thursday.
Well, when it's thirsty Thursdays.
Tipsy whiskey shenanigans.
I did have a cigar. I did have a cigar at the wedding last night.
Rum is always too sweet to me. Then you haven't had those funky some of the islands. I mean, well, I guess a lot of them are islands, but like I have one from like St. Lucia that's really funky. A lot of Jamaican rums are very funky. What do you think about that?
This is not American bourbon.
Okay. As opposed to non-American bourbon. That was a callback from
callback from last week
with a wise man.
No, this is malted whiskey.
A single malt, yeah.
Okay. Single malt whiskey.
Okay.
Now where I don't know, because I'm not in that world.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, man, it's got this like a creamy citrus, like one of those sherbet popsicles or whatever they are with the orange sickles.
Yeah. Creamsicle. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it though? Because I know that's not normally your world, but do you like it?
It's not my world for sure. I do not mind that at all.
Okay.
I think that it's pretty
Drinkable.
interesting. I don't love it.
Yeah.
But the tasting notes are freaking cool.
Yeah.
You know, I think you can still find coolness in tasting notes and not like, yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Band-Aids are interesting.
Should I reveal these before
everybody should have a very Band-Aidy scotch?
Sure. That doesn't taste Band-Aidy though.
No, absolutely not. No,
100%.
It's not Octomore.
All right.
Kidding me?
Quick question. This is from our buddy JW. So
JW Dan?
No. Hey, we should drink some JW Dan in his honor.
Hey, JW Dan! Where's that?
So he wants to know how you can taste the proof. And we're actually going to do this leads in, we're going to do a special video about like kind of basics of tasting that, but typically, especially when we started with a 90 proof, like the Weller 12, it was a 90 proof. So basically, if you know your baseline, like we know, and does the whiskey you're drinking drink stronger or weaker, more alcohol burn, less alcohol burn, kind of that's how I start to gauge proof. Is I kind of start with a baseline. It's harder if you're going truly blind, like you don't know anything about what you're doing, but sometimes you can really get it, especially if something's got a real big pop to it.
Well, I think in all the blind tastings we've done, we've been able to have a primer.
Yeah.
And so I typically choose something either in the pocket, that I know the age of and I know the proof of, typically between 90 and 100 proof. So I would, a lot of times I'm going to grab E.H. Taylor Small Batch or Eagle Rare 10-year and call it a day.
I wanted some JW Dan.
I don't see it.
JW is a good friend, though.
What's JW stand for?
I don't know. It's his first two initials.
Okay.
I see it.
Well, you just called him a good friend.
But, well, he's good friends with my dad.
Right here?
Go behind the Kentucky Owl 11, then go behind the Copper and Kings.
Oh, there it is.
They call me the Bourbon Hound. Arr!
Holy crap.
What'd you find? Let's open that.
Barrel number 1, Nodder Rye pick from Barrels and Brews.
Is that barrel number 1
rye
of all of their barrels of rye?
Yeah.
Daggum.
This is I could probably trade this for something cool, huh?
Yeah. All right, let's cheers to JW.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
100 proof Heaven Hill.
Man, that drink's really light.
It does. Which is making you guess your proofs.
Proofer.
Yep. You want me to reveal? Do you have any guess on A?
I mean, originally I was going to say Basil Hayden or something like that.
Okay.
Fit the proof for me. B, I have no earthly idea what that. I think
so. You're saying Basil Hayden for that. You think this is a rum?
Yeah.
And then C
is a malted whiskey.
Okay.
Single malt.
Well, A the reveal was Ancient Age 10 star. So this is the 90 proof Ancient Age. Basically, a little bit younger Blanton's is kind of what they
say.
Yeah. Mash Bill 2, Buffalo Trace.
It don't taste like Blanton's to me.
Number 2. All right.
But I mean, they're single barrels.
B is. This is the first single barrel.
That's so bizarre.
From Leaper's Fort Distillery. I haven't had it yet. This was our friends at Red Dog.
Dude,
picked this first single barrel. It is 70% corn, 15% rye, and 15% barley. You guessed high barley on the not high barley one, but this Leaper's Fork it's a cask strength single barrel number 38. It's 5-year bourbon. It's 5 years.
That's very unique.
107.6 proof. And barrel entry proof was 110. New American Oak Char.
I think this is the first barrel.
I just said that.
Yeah.
I just said it.
Okay, sorry.
So no, you're good.
Well, I was just thinking about that. Not
so
right.
What's cool about them is it is local to Tennessee, and this is their own distillate. Their facility is gorgeous. If you're ever in the Franklin or Nashville area, go down to Leaper's Fork. It's at 3381 Southall Road, Franklin. 100% distilled in bottles by Leaper's Fork Distillery. It's a really cool place. Auburn grad is the proprietor, Lee. And we want to go do some more stuff out there. We should do a vlog type video, but I haven't had this yet, so I'm gonna try it.
It's unique. It's extremely unique.
I get why you said rum,
right?
That's really good.
I don't disagree with you.
But it tastes like a rum.
Thank you, Will.
Wow. No, you were not wrong.
Thank you. And you're like way better at rumming than I am.
Well, one time I said that Armagnac was rum. And then the final one, you were not wrong. It was a single malt. This was Nika whiskey from the barrel. So this is like the cast strength Japanese whiskey. And
you know what? That would, I'm not a huge, I've never been a huge fan of it.
102.8. I thought I would throw it at you tonight just to throw a curveball and see what you thought blind, because you wouldn't have been expecting it. But
okay,
you did pretty good.
Well, let me go ahead and tell you something.
You didn't do bad.
Your tasting was kind of garbage. Mine's like way better. Like I'm pretty sure.
How is mine kind of garbage?
Oh my gosh! I mean, everybody in chat understands.
No,
your tasting's not even themed.
It was themed. It was called Left Field.
Okay. That
was a good theme.
Anything goes. You might as well just say anything goes. A freaking Japanese whiskey.
Well, no, here's what I did. I didn't know if you were going to drink before. So I set your palate with a 90 proofer with a familiar mash bill.
Well, it was young and I thought it was malt.
But I also wanted to go then, because I knew the next one was only 5 years. I wanted to do something kind of young, 90 proof, to see how it compared to the cast strength.
Okay, I see your dots.
And then
I see the dots you're connecting.
Then the final one I put at the end because it was going to be a different profile, and because we went to Whiskey Warmer and you had some Irish whiskey that you thought wasn't too bad. And
that was interesting.
They had that one that our buddy from Action 247 was talking about.
Dalton.
Yeah. They had it at Red Dog.
They just had it.
Yeah, what's it called?
I don't know. Peckers or something? Not Peckers.
What is it? Not
Peters?
That.
Peters.
It was not that. No, it wasn't
Parsons?
Peters. No. It was, I'll look it up. Powers.
I knew it was a P
Powers, and it had a red label, but it said gold label on it. And
okay, Powers and Peckers. That's not far off.
Okay. All right. Edit.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So
that tastes like rum.
All right, there you go.
Hey, I'm gonna try this.
I love how on our lives we literally do multiple pours, Will, so that when we do our special video content taping after all these, we are blitzed.
Well,
like
you typically are.
Which one was that, Patrick, that we did that was like, was that Wheel of Irresponsibility? Yeah. It was the last Wheel of Irresponsibility that we put. Have we put that one out yet? We have? So we've put, and so
No, I don't think we have yet. No, we did another one. We did one last week.
We filmed one last week.
Yeah. No, but you're talking about the Jack Fire one. We did put that out.
Yes. The Jack Fire one we were slammed. And if anybody has a link to that to throw up in the chat, that the Wheel is on Fire episode. If y'all can understand that we were about, I don't know, we had probably had 10 ounces each in an hour or two. Are you going to start giving notes?
I'm doing a blind tasting.
I know, but you're not doing it right. Oh, gosh.
These two smell similar.
The D and the E?
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this much: they're not the same.
You know. All right, I'm gonna start with D.
You typically start with the
With the okay. All right, I'm getting ready. This smells like it's got some age to it. It definitely has some color to it. Like all three of these have good color. I could immediately see that compared to the ones I poured you. Like the A was pretty light, and then obviously the malt.
Nika was garbage.
Yeah, it was not garbage.
I mean, it looked like.
Anyhow.
Just hold it up to that. What I poured you.
Well, hold it up in the middle. It's a different style of whiskey, bud.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
I do care. All right, this is much more rich color, like an amber honey. Oh, mono.
Dude.
Higher proof.
Dude, can I tell you something about the Four Roses barrel?
Sure.
The whole day, and Patrick can back me up. The whole day, James was sitting there telling us, like, oh, man, like, we got to drive all the way back tonight because I got to run a 5K. I hadn't ran a 5K since high school.
Uh-huh.
And literally the next day, I call him or I FaceTime him at like 10 a.m. Eastern time. And he picks up. He's in the car with Diane. And I was like, how was that 5K? And Diane said, he didn't run no 5K. And I was like, James, I thought you were going to run a 5K. And Diane was like, did he tell you he was going to run a 5K? No, it's called a fun run. It ain't even a mile long. And I was like, oh, my God. James,
that's typical James right there.
He was
that is on point.
Like, literally, it was the whole day. He just kept coming back to that. Yeah, he was like, so how many miles is a 5K? And we're like 3.1. He was like, oh, that sounds like a long way. And I'm like, I mean, it's not short. And then something about he made a bet that he had to run the whole time. He couldn't stop running. But now that it's a fun run, like you can get done with a fun, like 3/4 of a mile, you could sprint it and you're like done in 5 minutes. You're like, all right, I'm good. How do you feel about it?
It's good. I mean, it's definitely higher proof than all three of the ones I poured you.
Yes.
I would say 115 plus.
Okay.
It drinks really smooth, so it has good age on it. I know that's not what for drinking that high of proof. It has more. It's mellowed out. It doesn't have as much burn to it. So I feel like it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll come back to it. I'm going to go to E.
How much do you like it? Like, it's pretty up there, or is it just like, yeah, pretty good?
No, I mean, it. That's a very good pour.
Okay.
Like I mean, first place my head goes with that much oak, that much flavor, complexity, and proof. I think of like E.H. Taylor barrel proof.
Okay.
Like that's where my mind starts to go. I don't know. I'm going to revisit, but that's where I start to go is in that vein.
Okay.
It doesn't quite have some of the sweetness that I get from Buffalo Trace, like just like E.H. Taylor barrel proof. So that's why I'm hesitant, but I'm trying to think of what else it could be that has that much maturity and proof.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep going. This one they both smell similar. And so we're definitely in a range of cask strength whiskeys that have maturity. So it doesn't have some of the earthiness that I get from like Elijah Craig barrel proof. So I would the similarities and the proof are like, oh, did Grease do like a ABC like theme of Elijah Craig barrel proof or 3 different releases or whatever, but I don't get the earthiness. So
Why are you snickering at me?
I'm not. It's just like it's very familiar. And actually, these two taste very similar.
Oh, they do.
They do taste very similar.
Can I have some?
Yeah.
This is your second one?
Yeah, this is E.
Okay, then give me your first one.
Okay.
I gotta dive into what you're smoking, sister. Oh, dang it.
What?
It's good.
I know it is good. It's great. You know. Okay, so mine was more some science with you. Like I had reasons for doing the way I did, but you definitely gave me better whiskey.
This one, do you feel like the second one's smoother? Like more approachable?
So I don't know if it's because
approachable.
If the first one had the proof, and then that was my second one with a lot of proof on it, and so it balanced it out. But so I don't know if it's fully that or not.
You're right.
Dustin Peed has a good question. How many different mash bills does Buffalo Trace have, and which are in which product? So there's mash bill 1 and mash bill 2 of bourbon. Yes. Then they have a wheated mash bill for bourbon. Then they have 2 different rye mash bills.
They have 2 ryes?
Yes. So the E.H. Taylor rye is different than the Sazerac rye.
Yeah.
So there are 5 mash bills of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have Wheatley vodka. That's a different grain bill.
Well,
so that's
okay. We don't want to get in the weeds, Will.
I don't know. He asked how many different mash bills does. Okay. This one may be E.H. Taylor barrel proof. No. I've had these. All 3 of these. 100%. I've had these. This is F, and it is not derogatory.
Yeah.
F. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what?
None of these are Elijah Craig. So that is I take that guess away.
I wouldn't drink that water too fast. That's all we got. Unless you want to tap it. Tap it, baby. Man, I will tap that kitchen sink, bro. Yeah, it's hot.
Good oak. This is Kentucky Owl, and this is Kentucky Owl, and this is E.H. Taylor barrel proof. These two are very similar, and they taste like Kentucky Owl. I'm going to say 9-10 E.H. Taylor barrel proof. That's my final answer.
I'm just going to say this. If Matt Madness ever happens again, if you don't own it, I'm going to be pissed.
Why?
Like, I would say that if you go on to win Matt Madness 2.
Okay. I don't think I'm invited back, but.
Oh, for sure you are. This is Kentucky Owl Batch 9.
Okay.
This is Kentucky Owl Batch 10.
Okay.
And this is Kentucky Owl Batch 11.
So I nailed these two, and this one that I was less familiar with.
Yeah, you thought of it something else. Which
these taste like something Dixon,
but you knew
and that did not.
Yeah, and which I mean you.
So you did a 8, 9, or a 9, 10, 11 flight. That's a fun flight,
right? My flight was way better.
It was much better. How about that though?
No, listen. That chat better blow up and just be like, "Will is the dadgum man."
I knew these two tasted. What was the first thing I said? They smell similar.
I guessed. I guessed a single malt for something for ancient age. I guessed a rum.
But I would get 0 points for some reason in
barley Leaper's Fork single barrel.
In your defense,
It tastes like rum.
You could tell someone this is a rum, they would not know that it was not a rum.
I would have said it was, maybe
It's
a bourbon aged rum.
sugar.
Yeah.
Which is rum.
Right.
Yeah.
It just felt like rum. Which I don't hate. Like, that sounds great. Like, I want that. I'll get a bottle of that. It's the first single barrel they have.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's $89 though.
I think that's fine.
Especially for a 5-year product.
I think I paid $100 for this batch 1 of Heath Clark.
Yeah. The $90 price point, while it's like, it's $90, it's something they grain to bottle, distilled, everything aged at their property, and that's really expensive to do.
Right.
So yeah.
They've also got a bottled in bond.
They do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had the bottle in bond, I don't think.
I haven't either.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I've heard the same.
Cool.
So we've got a 15 to do.
That was a super fun flight though. Thank you for pulling that for me.
Of course.
I'm
upset that you're not finishing them.
I'm going to finish them.
Are you?
Yeah. I don't know if I'll finish this.
I mean, I might.
It actually, it's not bad.
Right.
And here's the thing. It feels like it belongs in the same circle, but I could tell the difference between, I'm like, these two came from the same person.
Yeah.
And the 11 did not. So
if this chat, I don't know what the chat looks like, but
it's pretty good.
If they're not saying that, Will, you're the dadgum man,
well, it says
I'm going to be pissed.
It says,
because that was impressive. I mean, it wasn't
Todd
impressive.
Said, haha, go Will. Embellish podcast says if Grease is invited back, for sure Will is.
Yeah, that's
Brian
true.
Hildebrand said, daggum. Ian, our buddy Ian said, we all knew Will is the man. Tipsy whiskey shenanigans. I'm super impressed. Dustin P. Grease wins the flight picks, but Will with the almost walk off.
Oh, I mean, speaking of left field, I mean, you called your shot and hit a home run.
Yeah. Nate's on here now. I don't know if you heard it earlier, but we said Nate has a new YouTube channel. Nate, go ahead and put the link, and people should go check that out. And you can post that in Podcasters as well. Yeah, baby. But yeah.
You want to do the 15?
Yeah, let's go to the 15.
What are we doing on the 15 day?
We're going to do, speaking of Matt Madness, we're going to do a Knob Creek pick that I know a lot of people got. If you're a patron of Matt Porter's, and Grease ordered us a bottle. You ordered a couple bottles, didn't you? Or just one? We have a bottle of, and it's labeled Lob Creek, and there's a picture of Matt Porter doing a dunk. And it has my face is in the crowd, your face is in the crowd, I mean, the junkies are in the crowd.
Yeah, I think it's got Shelf Turds, Klein, Junkies, us, and then there's Matt blindfolded like a daggum champion.
Todd wants you to pour me a glass of Kentucky Owl Dry State because I deserve it, but this Kentucky Owl Dry State is for Whiskey Weekend Batch 4's wheels. So
there's me right there. I'm just yelling. And then
I have like a horrific face. I'm like, oh
yeah. Hey, don't give Daniel Carter more ammo.
I looked like that Scream picture.
Yeah, but without the hands.
My gosh, what's it called? We went walking around our neighborhood tonight. While you get that, it's time. You want to go to the 15?
Oh yeah. Let's go. What am I supposed to say?
Hit the music.
Hit the music.
How do you not know that?
I don't know. I just out of my element.
But so we went walking around the neighborhood before dinner, and one of our neighbors has a Snoopy out, like inflatable.
Yeah, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and it's like he has like a pilgrim outfit on, and our daughter said, "Daddy, you take my picture with Smoofy." And I said, "Okay, I'll take a picture with Smoofy." So she goes up there, super cute. Right. But then she goes, "Daddy, you get your picture with Smoofy."
Did she take it for you?
So she took. I don't know if you can see that. Can you try to zoom in on that? Let's see,
dude. Kids are
Smoofy. There's me with Smoofy that she took, and then wait for it. My wife with the overhead shot gets her taking my picture with Smoofy. So
Oh yeah, that's the Nashville way, bro.
She's a
picture.
photography savant.
Yeah.
All right. And we're back from the 15.
Some say we never left, Will.
All right, so we got Knob Creek single barrel. This is from, stop that. That makes such terrible audio.
Does it?
Yes.
No.
For those of you listening, Grease just starts smacking the microphone.
Right.
And so it's obnoxious.
You just did it too.
To show everyone watching what
they already saw me do.
Welcome back to the 15 something or other. This is the segment we call Buy, Bar, and Pass. Grease. We have a Knob Creek single barrel. This is from our buddy Matt Porter.
Yeah. You can't buy it. So here, there's
sold
already,
out. But no, but what you can do is go sign up for Matt Porter's Patreon.
Right.
Because normally we're saying go support us because that's a good thing to do at patreon.com/thepodcast. Right. But if you want like an opportunity to pick get some cool barrel picks
from the world's top whiskey tasting,
then sign up at ADHD Whiskey, Matt Porter's Patreon. I know he's done this one. He's done a cat's eye, like a Nassif blend. He did a blend. Didn't he do a Nulu? I think he's done a Nulu. So we've tried the Nassif blend of his.
Yeah, it's great.
And I haven't tried the Nulu, but this is another one. So I'm excited to get into this. We'll go ahead and this is just
he called our bluff. I mean, he put us on the bottle.
Yeah. So of course we had to get it.
I gotta get it.
So we're gonna do a review on this now and give it to you, but it's mainly you probably can't get this one.
There's wax in here.
People know how we feel about Knob Creek single barrels. So we like them, so you should seek them out. They're always a good value. But you should follow Matt Porter ADHD Whiskey don't write that on my shirt. If you aren't already, which I'm sure many of you are, but that way you can find out about stuff like when he's got a pick coming down and things like that.
Down.
Well, they're they're Michiganders, so
right.
You gotta talk a little funky.
So this is 9.5 years old.
Okay.
Like 9 years, 7 months, essentially.
So more than 9.5. I round up. It's 10 years.
Okay. 9 years, 7 months is barely over 9.5 years. It's only 1 month. I actually love. Well, here's the deal. We just had that 15 Knob Creek at 100 proof, and it's freaking great
last week. Yeah.
But normally I do like the pocket of 9 years.
You love the little bit younger Knob Creek.
Yeah.
You're not as
peanutty,
and you're not a big fan of like oak and earth flavors. No, you like more sweet, more not as savory.
I love bourbons. Like tobacco, leather.
Yeah, but viscous. you don't like the wood.
Oh, I mean,
you don't like pine. You don't like walnut. You don't like oak.
That's not true.
It's true. It's true.
Dude, Big Red 12's like in my top 5, bro.
Oh, this is almost fruit forward for Knob Creek, which is
very not Knob Creek.
Yeah.
It's very
I love.
Based on the nose, I'm like, this is off profile. I'm excited what Matt freaking picked. If I'm being honest. Which why would I not be? That's dumb.
Oh yeah. I mean, strawberry on the nose. Strawberry whiskey. Strawberry.
Okay. This is a peanut, like a glass Coke that you used to drop peanuts in, salted peanuts in the bottom of it and drink it. That is what this tastes like.
See, I don't get that much peanut on this at all.
I get peanuts on it.
I get a lot more fruit than, especially on the nose. It's a lot less Knob Creeky than I was expecting for a 9.5 year.
This tastes
you
like
get peanut.
Yeah, I do.
By the way, have you ever made
like white yogurt chocolate covered peanuts?
You know, it's a delicious
Coke,
delicious cocktail. Get the glass bottle Coke.
Patrick, get a glass.
Get the glass bottle Coke. Do the salted roasted peanuts in the bottle, and then take a swig, and then put a shot of Jack Daniels in it. So it's a Jack and Coke with the peanuts in it.
Yeah,
fantastic.
That's what I'm telling you. This is.
See, I don't think it tastes like that. That's fine.
Well, you're wrong, but it's
cola
okay.
nut. You're getting some cola nut.
That's fair.
Yeah,
with a K.
That's not a real thing.
Here's the deal. I thought it's just stupid. It's a stupid spelling of it because it's almost like koala. Not even. It's not. It's like it's KOLA. That's what it says. That's how you spell it.
Right, which just spells cola.
Yeah, but you're one letter. You're one letter off from being a koala, and that's the same letters you're off from actually spelling the right spelling of cola.
Except for KOLA came first.
No, who is to say that?
Really? That's where we're going with this?
The pharmaceutical companies.
Documentation says it.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Cola came from cocaine or something.
No. Coca from Coca-Cola is a mashup of those two things. Ya dum dum.
Okay, so you're telling me that is that why I love those Mexican Cokes?
It's called branding.
That's
why they changed the K to a C, so that because KOKA, KOLA, not as pretty in script.
Right. So,
oh my gosh.
Are you telling me that
you are dumber than a bag of hamburgers?
When you go to the international food section and they have those Mexican Cokes that have the real sugar in them,
I feel
like
I should be stopping you because you're going to say something offensive.
No, I'm just asking you if there is drugs.
No, you know 100%
that is far from true.
Then you're dumber than you look.
That's not true.
Yeah.
No.
That's not true.
That's not. I'm not dumber than I look. I'm not.
Oh man, we're hitting our stride.
Yeah, we hit it. I feel like we should start drinking 30 minutes before we go live because all I want to do right now is just talk for an hour.
Then we will never do extra content.
I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing. I think coming in.
What?
Well, I'm just saying, get the people what they want. Like, let's get fiery.
All your plans are that's called a slow burn.
Oh, like a sick burn, but slower?
No, not even remotely close.
Oh, dude, that's a slick slow burn.
You're so stupid. Oh man,
that's a Slola bird. It's rebranding. Use that SL in front of all of it. Cool. Slola. No, we're not doing 3 videos after this, Patrick.
We'd be lucky to get 1 video after this.
No, we're gonna get 2 videos.
Okay,
extras, but we can't do them right now. We're gonna have to take like a recovery break. Here's the deal:
after party for our patrons.
I literally only had a water this size. That's why we're screwed. Well, and I have this. It says MB on it. It says move. I
quit you.
What does MB stand for?
Mexico Beach.
It does stand for Mexico Beach.
Tipsy whiskey shenanigans. I respect Will so much for all the work he does to keep this SOB on the rails.
There are
not wrong.
No, there's no rails. There's no.
No, they're supposed to be.
You literally came to me and said 6 years ago, I want you to come on the show, and I don't care if you're on the rails.
No, first of all, that's not a direct quote.
I was a better person than that.
You're a better person than 3. I have many times on the record said that was a mistake.
Okay, that's you.
I can apologize for my mistakes and my faults.
Okay, that's very true. Buy on this for sure. It's freaking great. I get cola, I get peanuts, and I get like a white yogurt covered peanut in a Coca-Cola is what this tastes like.
I get some I get strawberries. I get
caramel in there too.
A little bit of
you don't get any cola on this.
I'm talking about the nose right now. I get strawberry. I get a little bit of sweetgrass.
Oh my god.
I just wanted to mess with you. I get a little bit of sweetgrass and red tide.
Oh my gosh. You're only saying things that I literally just taught you about the Gulf of Mexico.
First of all, sweetgrass has nothing to do with the Gulf of Mexico.
I don't know. I've seen some grass in the water, and I'm like, that's pretty sweet, bro.
2, I've known about red tide literally my entire life.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I grew up in Florida. It was a part of the curriculum, bud.
Is it red tide because all the fish blood everywhere, or is it because the fungus is that color? The algae.
It's not a fungus, it's an algae. It's because of
algae and fungus is kind of the same.
No.
Okay.
They're different organisms. Oh. It's because of the discoloration that can happen from the algae bloom.
Okay. I thought you had already told me the most ridiculous things that you could have ever told me. Like you literally basically described how like algae is birthed or something like that.
It's called an algae bloom.
Okay. I'm aware it's called No, I'm aware now. Thank you for educating me that basically algae sex, they call it blooming.
Well, what's
a blooming onion?
What's a flower do? Dum-dum.
It blooms.
Right.
But that's after it mates with it. It's fermented or whatever it is.
Okay.
Fertilized.
This is precious.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm a buy on this. I love Lob Creek.
Long story short,
Lob Creek, it's funny because it's kind of like cola. Its letters are different and it rhymes.
No, that's Bonk Creek.
I don't think you know what rhyming is.
No, I just went backwards.
You said bonk.
Well, I went backwards. BONK and then KEERC. I meant to say Kirk.
The more you pre-first.
Good old Bonk Kirk. That Bonk Kirk. We should have a pick of Knob Creek called Bonk Kirk.
I think it's more Kierce.
No, that's a hard C. That's a hard C every time you look at it.
No, I mean, I've looked at it 3 times. I got the hard C 1 time.
Knob Creek was in a conundrum at the time because they were in this weird spot where it's like, well, hell, do we spell it with a K or do we spell it with a C because of the whole cola thing?
Well, that would definitely
they were like, you know what?
If
it
spell
it with a K, but goes a silent K. Let's go
if
silent K on top.
It would be Knob.
No.
Yes.
Stop it. We're going silent K on the top one, which is
I know how to read much better than you.
Obviously stupid. Like, let's just go ahead and say this. You take away that K, what does that say? It says knob. Like, why on God's green earth are we throwing a K at the front of crap that we don't need?
I want to knife you right now.
You don't need a K. That's okay. Keep speaking to me. You don't need that K.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because it's the K that really gets the twist when you knife someone.
That's stupid. And then this C right here, this is definitely a hard C. You can tell by the way it's sitting next to that R. That's a freaking hard C. Especially when it's trying to freaking pick up the slack of this silent K.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining us this week on the podcast. We hope you enjoyed this. It was so good for so long tonight. And then Grease just like, you know what? I gotta hit the nitrous for a minute. Just to burn out at the end.
You're talking about like a vape?
What?
Can you vape nitrous?
Well, not legally. Yeah. You want whippets? Is that what you're asking for? You specifically want you can't say that. You'll get demonetized.
I've already said cocaine.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We're going to get a disclaimer. It said, your video is not suitable for many advertisers.
You're talking about drugs.
So if you want to support us,
give me that $250.
If you want to support us, you can do that over at patreon.com/thepodcast. And hey, patrons, you know what happens right after this broadcast? We do our special after party just for you. We're going to go over there, have a little bit of fun before we do our special videos.
Right.
So check us out at patreon.com/thepodcast.
And kids, if you're listening, oh my gosh, disregard all of what I said today. But if you want to
there's a reason.
But if you want to do a neighborhood bake sale, to help us raise money for something, what are we doing next? We're going to probably film something with Patrick, and I think we're going to need money for it. You know what I mean?
There's cinnamon in that too.
There's cinnamon in the
cinnamon.
I don't
sweetgrass, red algae, red tide. Cinnamon. Just follow us on our Instagram accounts at the podcast, at the Real Grease. Go to our
here on Twitter too.
Join our special private group on Facebook at podcasters.com. It's the Podcasters group if you just want to search it, but podcasters.com will take you straight there. We had someone join from Whiskey Warmer today. And because there's the question that says, how did you find out about the group? And it literally said at Whiskey Warmer. So thank you for joining.
Well, we pulled one soul in.
We
had one person. I wonder if that was that woman that was flirting with me.
Which one?
There were a couple. Mm-hmm. Patrick, you saw one, but you would.
Grease has never heard of Nantucket before. I'll tell you that, but he learned about it that night. All right, folks, thank you so much. Support the channel, rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, and like and subscribe to us on YouTube. We don't know Jack,
but we'll drink it.
Ah!
God, that Nantucket story. We got to tell that on the after party.
Yeah, we're going to go. Funny. Hey, go join Patreon real quick. We're going to put a post up. We're going to talk about Nantucket.
Yeah, throw a couple dollars in there.